John.
Hello.
My name is Jessica.
Hello, Jessica.
I'm one of the clinicians here at Ridgeview's inpatient unit. I'm just curious, why you think you're here today.
Well, lately not lately, it's been a while actually. I've not been feeling too well by myself. Been feeling pretty down lately. And it's been going on for probably about 4 or 5 years. I had a really nasty divorce then. And I've had a lot of suicidal thoughts, and I've been trying to do things to alleviate it, and nothing seems to work. And it keeps getting worse and worse and worse, and I don't know what to do about it anymore.
So something bad happened 4 or 5 years ago. You had a divorce from your ex-wife, and just ever since then, it sounds like you just never been yourself, and it's worse and worse.
Yeah.
So when you say suicidal thoughts, what does that look like?
Well, I mean, one thing that I think about is, it's pretty easy for me to go down the road to the pawn shop, get a gun, and blow my brains out. And I mean, I keep having those thoughts, and it just seems to me that's the easy way out, and that's what I should do. But I think I should do something else besides that. But I keep thinking those thoughts more and more as the days go on.
Yeah, it sounds like you're experiencing a lot of pain, so much that you just you don't want to live anymore.
I don't know.
It sounds like you've thought about it a little bit. You thought about getting a gun, that you thought to yourself, it would be easy in the pain. Is that right?
Yeah.
And you talked a little bit about depression. What does depression look like for you?
Depression for me is a really dark void that just keeps pulling me closer and closer to it. That's what it is to me. That sounds about right.
It sounds very isolated.
Yeah, I feel very isolated.
From my point of view, it sounds like you've been through this journey for 4 or 5 years, this constant struggle. And I can't even imagine, how draining it could be.
Very draining.
I saw from the intake assessment and the assessment from the crisis team that you came on your own. That shows to me that you're wanting to get help, but you're seeking for it.
Yeah, this is basically my last resort. And I feel like if I can't get the help I need here, then there's nothing else that can help me.
So your last hurrah.
Yeah.
So what type of help are you expecting while you're here?
I don't want to feel these feelings anymore, and I want to go about my day not having to worry about it as much. I feel like that if I can get past that, then I can work on improving certain aspects of my life. But those are just clouding my thoughts and the way I feel so much that I don't think I can move on past this point without your guys' help.
So it sounds like you really want to focus on this depression, try to get through it.
Yeah.
And getting over that will help other aspects of your life. And it sounds like you tried a lot of different options or different ways to deal with these thoughts and feelings. In the past, what did you try?
For a while there, I was hanging out with my friends, and we'd go out drinking and go out bowling and doing things together, and then that kind of just phased out, faded away. And I went fishing a lot by myself most of the time, and that just kind of faded away. I went for walks, and I've tried just a little bit of everything. And I don't know, nothing really stuck.
Okay. So you went, at first it sounded like you were doing things a lot with your friends, drinking, bowling, and then you were fishing by yourself and walking. whenever you're doing those at that time, what seemed to be, what's best for you?
Nothing really worked the best, I guess. I mean, I did like going out and doing things on my own.
Mm-hmm.
I like taking the walks, but after a while I just told myself, what's the point of doing that?
You even lost interest in that.
Yeah, that's the thing. I lost interest in. No matter what hobby or thing I picked up, I lost interest in it over time.
Mm-hmm. Which activity did you participate in that lasted the longest?
I'd say taking the walks.
Mm-hmm.
I did that for probably about 2 or 3 good years.
So that stuck for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
So what changed? Was it just the loss of interest?
Yeah, it was loss of interest to where I didn't really feel like doing much of anything anymore.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like that the depression has really gotten a hold of you.
Mm-hmm.
So do you know what type of help that the inpatient unit can provide?
No, not really. I don't know what help. I know that there's this therapy. You guys can do group therapy things. And there's always medication, which I'm kind of apprehensive against.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a few friends in the past that took medication and they just kind of seem like walking zombies to me. Not against taking the medication, I'm just kind of scared to take it.
Yeah.
I just kind of feel like I won't be myself if I do take it.
Yeah. Well, that's understandable. I mean, that's a big choice. So, you listed the majority of the options that we provide. We have individual therapy. We also can bring in family members to do family therapy. We also do couples therapy. Group therapy is a big option for the inpatient unit. There's different types of groups. Support group where you can talk with the other clients and talk about what they're going through and what's helped with them. And also just kind of an educational group, more about talking about medications and how it affects your body.
Mm-hmm.
And also we do medication management. We find different medications that would work best for the symptoms that you're feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So just like with those in mind, what's really popping out at you?
I think medication would be the right answer if I wasn't so scared of it.
Mm-hmm.
So if I could see other people and the way they were reacted or how they've progressed or changed without taking the medication myself, if anything like that was possible, I would like to be involved in something like that because I do feel like medication could possibly help me.
Yeah.
But I'm just kind of scared.
Mm-hmm. Rightly so. I totally understand that. So it sounds like you're interested in the medication option and participating in the groups. Our groups are led by a peer support person who they themselves have also gone through hospitalization. They have a mental illness disorder.
Mm-hmm.
So they can tell you from their personal experiences what they've been through.
Now see, I would like that more.
Okay.
To be led by somebody that's already been through something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, because they can definitely tell you from their experiences, what helped and what didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And so it sounds like you're really interested in the groups led by the peer support leader, in medication, but you want to know more about it.
Mm-hmm.
So that sounds more like possibly the educational group as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad that we found something that you'd be interested in trying. I just curious, after you go through these changes, what do you think life would look like?
I mean, I guess life would look a lot happier for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have a reason for living life.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what I want out of this.
Yeah.
So
And so it really sounds like you're very motivated and you have a very focused goal, and lessening your symptoms of depression is being overall happy.
yeah.
And it sounds like we settled on a good plan. Do you have any questions about the options that you're interested in?
So just, and the medication will be purely my choice. So it's not something that when I'm involved in this program that I have to do.
It is your choice.
Okay.
I mean, you came here voluntarily. This is your choice. This is your treatment. You get to decide, how much you progress.
Okay.
Now, our doctors will, prescribe the certain ones that are best suited for your symptoms. But whenever you talk to the peer support leaders and you talk to the other clients, you'll see that, so for some of them it has helped. And it's a process to, find the right one that's suited for you.
Okay.
Okay. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, the lowest, but no motivation, and to 10 being, I'm super motivated, how motivated are you to try these options that we talked about?
I would say, since, like I said earlier, it's the last resort, this is a 10 for me.
Okay.
I feel like I've got to try this. Something's got to give.
Mm-hmm. How confident are you with the same scale?
I'm not very confident. I'd say I'm probably about a 3, because I've tried so much else and it hasn't worked.
Okay.
So
I'm curious, what stopped you from saying 1?
because I have a little hope, I think. I think there's just a little shred of hope left that I could find something that works for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why I've been holding on for so long.
Well, John, I really appreciate you talking with me, and I'll make those referrals so you'll be able to participate in the groups.
Okay.
And be able to see the psychiatrist for medicine.
Okay.
So overall, what are your thoughts with this session?
I think it went well. I've discovered some things that I didn't know that you guys did. And I just really hope that it works for me. And I'll take the chance and see what happens.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're really motivated, and I hope that, with the options provided, you'll be able to find something that sticks.
Thank you.
It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.